Welcome back to Reenactor Talk, everyone. I'm just going to go in and do a quick little review. If you watch my Smocks video, you'll see this one briefly done, but I wanted to give a little bit more in-depth video on this Smock. It is a British 60 pattern reproduction Smock by What Price Glory. Now, some of the same information is going to be gone over, but I am going to be going inside the Smock and all that fun stuff. So, let's start. Let's go top down. We're going to start at the front here. So, does have the stitch collar. Mine's not bubbled up yet. I haven't worn it nearly enough. Does have the long epaulettes as well to fit the hood. And the tab to close with a BD button. So, going down, it has the normal pockets for a 68 pattern. This one is not for a pencil. It's for, I believe it was a gas detection pen. Something like that. It was definitely an NBC type thing, a detector or some such. And then you have the pleated pockets, which are down here at the bottom. This one is funny. It likes to lose its pleat sometimes, so it's a struggle. But a lot of the originals did as well, so it's not that big a deal. But, yep, so I've only worn this a few times. It's obviously July now in Virginia, and anything that wears sleeves in Virginia in July, good luck surviving. Other than that, we have the circular, little oblong, elliptical shaped elbow reinforcement. So What Price Glory, when they reproduced this, they didn't do the earlier version with the tight shoulder fitting. They actually did the later variant of the Smock. So as you can see, it has no ventilation hole under the armpit. You saw the elbow reinforcement there is not a square band that goes around. It's just the circular piece, and you know the left side looks the same as the right. So inside, 3/4 lined like the originals. Has the drawstring. I've drawn it in. And it has the drawstrings for the skirt as well. A lot of the pictures I see of guys in BAOR and Ulster in the early years, they really don't blouse the bottom of it. That seems to be something more of a 68 pattern thing, but it could also be a unit variation. But it just didn't seem very popular at all. You have your standard poacher's pocket closed with a BD button, so this is a pretty small poacher's pocket. But 3/4 line, the zipper, depending on where you're from, is very heavy duty. I like it. The reason this was unbuttoned in the beginning of the video is that these buttons are a pain to open and close. You have to wear them in like, you know, anyone else would. But, you know, they're all here from bottom to the top. And let's see if I can get a shot of that. So, yep, they're all there. So, don't worry, it's not missing buttons when it comes to you. But if you are going to order this from What Price Glory, it will be expensive. Mine was $135, and I think they've gone up to $145. That's American dollars. Demand for them isn't that high, so that's part of the price. The other part is this is a combat smock. This is not a shirt. You get their British post-war shirts, the Airtex, they're $45. They're nice. They're very good shirts. But these, not a whole lot of demand yet for the supply that they have. But they're coming out with new stuff for a 60 and 68 pattern. They have a 60 pattern DPM, so it's this smock, but in DPM. And I'm probably going to get one of those in the near future, but I do need to get the trousers for this as well. So I'm going to complete that look first. I do have the whole set of 58 equipment. You've seen that in previous videos. There's one on the channel. A very old video. I should probably update that one. That might be in the future, so keep a lookout for that. But, another thing is get a size up. So What Price Glory, I don't know who does their sizing, but I ordered a 42. It came, it would not fit me. Completely loosened out, would not fit. Too tight around the chest and shoulders, so it might be that original 60 pattern fit. Who knows? It's not. Spoiler alert. I've had similar things happen with the Rhodesian combat jacket. It's a 42, really tight around the shoulders. So go a size up. So this is a 44. I don't wear a 44 in anything else. Nothing else, nowhere, no how. But this is a 44, so that is another thing to keep in mind. Just order a size up. Be sure of what you wear. And the same thing with the trousers. If you wear the trouser, get the trousers for this, you get the trousers for 68 pattern. Measure around your navel. That's your belly button. Don't measure your hips. They explicitly tell you that on the site, but people still do it. So just a little bit of forewarning. But other than that, quality is excellent on this smock. I love it. I do work at a lighthouse. It's tourism. I'm not part of the Coast Guard. I don't work on an actual active lighthouse. This is a deactivated lighthouse. It's a museum. And I've worn this in the cold weather in March and April. It's pretty solidly windproof, relatively rain resistant. It's sateen. It's got a thick weave, so rain's not going to get to you that easily. From all the pictures I've seen of comparisons next to originals, it compares extremely well. The only difference would be that this obviously hasn't been worn in. There's no fraying, no cuts, no holes, nothing like that. It's basically brand new. No fading of the color. So that's the only difference you'll see between this and an original as far as something major. If it's something minor, I mean, it's a reproduction, guys. Come on. It's not going to be perfect. They're not going to have exactly 168 stitches in the collar like the originals did, because that's not something that's ever specified in manufacturing anyway. So for all you stitch, you know what, it's good enough to wear at any British Cold War reenactment where you're allowed to wear 60 pattern gear. Whether it's early Ulster, whether it's just BAOR, but either way, I give this a 100% thumbs up. This is an excellent piece of equipment. I do wear it sometimes when I'm out in the cold, just because it's actually a nice jacket. It's apparently combat jackets are in fashion, I guess, so I don't look stupid wearing this. But either way, if you want it for fashion, if you want it for reenacting, either way, it's still a great purchase. Just be mindful of how much it is and of the sizing issues. Remember, go a size up, not your size. That's going to make all the difference in the world. You don't have to worry about returning it at all. So, with that being done, there's really nothing on the back to show you. I mean, I can, but there's nothing. It's just the flat back. But for those of you that want it, that's the money shot. There's the back shot. Obviously, this video is not going to be rated for kids. But other than that, this is still an excellent piece of equipment. And get my foot out of the frame. This is something I hope What Price Glory continues to reproduce. I'd love to get people together in the Virginia, North Carolina, West Virginia kind of area. Get them together and do a mill sim. Sometime during BAOR, do an exercise. There's no Op 4, or the Op 4 could be, regular East Germans, and it's just a training exercise. None of that Cold War gone hot stuff. If that's for you, great. But I'd rather just do something that actually happened. It's fun to think about. It's fun to do a mill sim one-off for it, but not something that I'm going to do. But like I said, go ahead and get this if you want one, if you need one, if it's part of your kit. Just be cautious of all the things I mentioned. Not a bad garment, just sizing and price are a little on the upward side. Price-wise, sizing is a little slow. But this has been Reenactor Talk. Keep your powder dry and that bayonet shiny.